Dobler and Eagleton, 2007, stated that the burden of evaluating websites falls on readers rather than the creator of the sites. They also go on to say that learners can think of themselves as detectives seeking clues in solving a mystery. Evaluating a website can be just like a mystery. It's a great way to describe evaluating websites to children. We're going to evaluate the Pacific Northwest Tree Octopus site just as we would with the children in our classrooms. We're going to do that using something that Dr. November, 2008, calls REAL. REAL is an acronym that stands for Read URL, Examine the Content, Ask About the Author, Look at Links. Let's examine or read the URL. The URL doesn't look familiar to me, and we have to ask ourselves, does it look familiar? Is there anything in there that stands out? The only thing that I can see is it's a .net, which tells me that it has a possibility of being inaccurate because those are basically public domains. Another thing we can do is peel back that website to its base, do a search, and the base to this states that it's your source for conspiracies and other diversions, and it's serving the paranoid since 1997. Well, evaluating this, it's looking to me like this is a hoax, but I'm going to continue the process of REAL and examine the content. When I look at the content, it has a lot of information here. It has a size of the species. It says it's amphibious. It has a picture. It has maps. It looks to be real. However, when I dig a little deeper into this, frequently asked questions, on the bottom it says that if you want to donate, you need to travel to the Olympic Peninsula, stand in the tree octopus's forest near a tree, hold out a dollar bill, stand still, and the tree octopus will come down from its branch, grab the dollar from your hand with its suckers, and will continue to return as long as you have bills held out. That tells me that this is probably a hoax because no animal would do that. But I'm going to continue reading, and I'm going to go to the next step in REAL, which is ask about the author. And on the front page, I noticed that the author's link was on the bottom. And when I look at this, there's nothing in here about the author's background, the author's history, credibility. There's nothing. In fact, at one point it says the site should be read backwards, which loses all credibility with me. So I don't think it passed the ask about the author test. The final thing is links. One of the ways we can find out if a site is accurate is see what links come back to this site. And the way that we do that is we type in link : and the address, and then look at all the links that come up from that web search. And not one of these websites is a credible website. So that tells us it has no credible sites coming back to it, which when we look at all the aspects of REAL, we can tell that this is probably a hoax and not an accurate site that you'd want to use. In conclusion, looking back at this process, I know that Dr. Janice Almasi, 2010, said that we need to be critical consumers, and in order to be critical consumers, we need to view critically. I believe that Dr. November's REAL acronym is a great way for students to examine a website, evaluate it, and determine if it is a legitimate website or a hoax, if it has accurate information or inaccurate information. I believe that, we do need to be great consumers. And in order to be great consumers, this REAL acronym is something that we need to teach our students, and I will definitely teach my students. The resources that I used were Ellen November's Web Literacy 2008 for educators. I also used Reading the Web by Eagleton and Dobler, and I used the video, which was Laureate Education Supporting Information Literacy Online Inquiry in the Classroom with Dr. Almasi. Those were great sources, and I will definitely use those sources when I'm working with my kids.